Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Recipe Roulette. You're probably wondering why we're not in the kitchen to start this video out. Well, the answer to that is that we had a small technical difficulty while recording the video on how to brine your turkey and properly cook your turkey, which means that the video about how to make the brine didn't get recorded. But luckily, all I really did was I took our soup stock recipe and modified it. So if you can find the link down below in the description for our soup stock video, put it right there for you. All you've got to do is add the following into the soup stock when you add your veggies in. 1 cup of salt, a half a cup of molasses, a tablespoon of ground allspice, a tablespoon of ground nutmeg, and 1 tablespoon of black peppercorns. Let that boil, let it cool, just like you would for the soup stock, and then drop your turkey in. So let's go to me a few days ago, dropping the turkey in.
Okay everybody, so I'm operating this thing hands-free today because, well, I do not have a camera assistant because Laura's at work. So after this, the chicken stock had cooled down, well actually the chicken stock and the rest of the spice mixture for my brine had cooled down, I dropped the turkey into it, thawed the turkey out for overnight. It's completely thawed, and then I put it into the brine. I let that sucker sit. I thawed it out on Thursday morning. Friday after work, I put it into the brine, and it's been sitting there in the brine since Friday morning. It is now Monday morning, all weekend. That thing's been sitting. I got my aromatics all set up over here on the cutting board. Yeah, we're going to pull this turkey out. We're going to put it into the pan. We've got the oven set at 325 degrees. We're going to set a timer for 4.5 hours. Technically a bird like this size will take 4.5 to 5.5 hours to cook, but I want to actually use the oven a bit. And I'm going to put the turkey back in to get it nice and hot right before everything else. Once I get everything else in the oven cooked and let that cool, that will give my pie time to cool. That will give a bunch of my other stuff time to cool, and the turkey will be finishing its last, have a little time to rest, then finish off for its last hour. I'm going to show you all of this, remind you, but I just want to go through everything. But right now we're going to take the bird, we're going to put it in the pan, and we'll be back, show you what I'm going to do with these onion and apple and a few other things, and then we're going to pop the bird in the oven and we're going to call it good. Alright, putting some Cajun kick salt on this bird. Cajun kick salt. Laura's amazing salt. Soon, I'm hoping that we'll have Cajun kick salt for sale. I'm hoping we'll have a web store soon. I'm hoping we have a lot of stuff soon. Channel's been really taking off because of all the support of our dedicated subscribers. I just want to thank you all while I stuff the turkey. Okay, so we got an apple going in. We got a whole apple. I just quartered it, cut it up so we could easily slide this pieces in. An apple going in. We got some sage leaves. They're going in. We got some onion. That's going in. Just gonna stuff it in there. Just cram that in as far as it will go. Sometimes I'll take something, stick it up here, shove it down this way. Get the whole experience in there. And then we need a cinnamon stick. A cinnamon stick. Cinnamon stick. Cinnamon stick. 1 stick of cinnamon. Put that in there. It looks like that bird having a shake. What do you mean I can't park here? Alright. What do you mean it says no parking? Alright. Bird's got a cinnamon stick. It's got all of its other aromatics in there. It's been seasoned. But I feel like that's not enough. I feel like a bird, just a little, just some seasoning topped it off on the top of it, some stuff shoved into it, that is not going to be good enough of a bird, because I normally smoke these, and I'll fire up the smoker. I'll get myself some really nice cherry wood, or some crab apple trees we prune down at the homestead back in Holton. And get some natural. One time, one of my mom's plum trees fell down because of a really high windstorm, and I'll tell you what, I made some Canadian bacon, and I smoked it with plum wood. That stuff was the bomb. So we're gonna add some smoky flavor to this. We're gonna drape a pound of bacon over the top of this bird. Now you want to be careful. That little thermometer is going to pop out. Let me know this is fully cooked. I don't want to cover that with any of the bacon strips. So when you're layering your bacon on top of your bird, make sure to leave that exposed. You can get, it can pop when it needs to pop. You're not going to overcook your bird. But we're going to have nice bacon blanket to wrap our bird in. It's gonna get just a nice, tuck it in for its long winter's nap. A nice bacon blankie. And what this is gonna do is also you're gonna get that smoky flavor of the bacon coming down into the bird, but you're also going to get the fat from that is going to come down, and we're not going to have to olive oil this, we're not going to have to butter it, we're probably not even going to have to really baste it, because as that bacon cooks, fat renders out, goes down into the bird, and you're going to have a really tasty, juicy bird. Alright, so it's been spiced, it's been stuffed, it's been baconed. Oven's sitting at 225. I'm going to set the timer right now. Timer 4 hours, as 4 times 6 is 12, 18, 24. So we got 240 minutes plus another 30, 270 minutes. 70. Alright. This is only going to let me go in increments of half hour. So we're going to set the phone alarm. We're going to set the phone alarm. We're going to clear off the microwave. We're going to go and actually plug in the phone because the battery's about ready to die. Okay, we need the tools, the clock, we need a timer for, actually we'll set the alarm. It is 12:20 right now, so we're going to set the alarm for 4:50. An alarm for 4. All right, alarm is set for 4:50 p.m. This bird's going in the oven, and we're gonna come back in the last hour to pull it out, let it rest, and then we're gonna put some other stuff in the oven, cook that, pop the bird back in, and we should be done. All right, so we ended up cooking the turkey for 4.5 hours. I didn't cover it while I was cooking. Just covered it up to keep it warm and keep it away from the cats, but perfectly well done. Turkey's still nestled in its little bacon blankie. So we're gonna plate this, carve it up. I even made some stuffing and some gravy to go with this. That's why you don't see any juices in the pan. All those juices ended up over in that gravy once I took it out to rest. Remember, always let your meat rest, but never let your meat loaf.
So this is Sam. She and her boyfriend are our guests for the week, and we're having early Thanksgiving dinner because they're going on to Atlanta for actual Thanksgiving They have to leave tomorrow. Really gonna miss her.
I don't want to go.
But for this week, Sam has agreed to choose our recipe for the coming week. And we're using the 1000
vegetarian recipes.
Because we did the turkey this week, we had to go vegetarian.
Yes, since you gotta have meatless days.
Yeah. So you just open it up to page at random.
Okay.
So these options, we have a mushroom leek tart,
Roasted eggplant and red pepper tart, squash and basil tart, and chili rellenos.
well,
Actually, we have an eggplant in the fridge.
Oh,
a
then
good
it
point.
sounds like you're doing roasted eggplant and red pepper tart.
I think we have a winner.
I think we have a winner.
We got the
Should I-
pie crust and the eggplant, so it was foretold by the food
It
gods.
has been foretold by Thanksgiving leftover gods.
Awesome.
Do you want me to like save that page like
Yeah,
that?
perfect.
Nice.
So, happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Peace.
Peace.
And about a quarter cup of black peppercorns. Just add that all in and wait, no, that's way too many peppercorns. It was like tablespoon. Yeah, it was a tablespoon. Take 3. Hey everybody, you're probably wondering why we're in the recording studio and not in the kitchen this week. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the kitchen, but we had a small technical issue while recording the turkey making process. Hopefully, yeah. Take 4.
Why don't you stand up?
Alright, final take. The final frontier. Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Recipe Roulette, where we tell... Alright, I'm going outside.
Just give yourself a minute. You're